Hello, happy 2023. Welcome to yoga. We've got a 5-week winter session. We're going to start out nice and easy. It's been quite a holiday season. And I think I might have hit the mat maybe 2 or 3 times over the course of the month. So we are going to ease our way into back to our yoga practice. And I'm so happy to have you here. Let's get started. All right, we're gonna start seated. I've got a little blanket underneath me just to lift my hips off the floor slightly. Take an easy cross-legged position and just note which leg you have in front. Hands on the knees, and we're just gonna take a moment to drop the chin to the chest, close our eyes, and notice the breath. Just notice the movement of the chest and the belly. Maybe your shoulders are moving. Maybe you feel a pulse in your neck. Feel the ebb and flow of the inhale and the exhale. Bringing your focus just to your natural rhythm. One of the things that's so amazing about breath is that we don't realize we are doing it all day long and all night long. We are constantly in motion. As soon as that inhale ends, the exhale begins. So tap into that flow. Tap into the continuity of breath. And let's just inhale a little bit longer than our regular inhale. So deep inhale. Filling the chest and exhale. Squeezing the air out. Try to maintain the breathing through the nose. Elongate the inhale. Stretch out the exhale. A couple more times. Slowing down the breath enables us to tap right into the core of our vitality, our life force. Breath is the continuity in our life. It's the string on which all the pearls of existence are thread. One last time, nice big inhale, big long inhale. Big long exhale. Continuing to keep your focus on your breath throughout the hour that we work together. Let's inhale, arch, lift the chest towards the ceiling, look up and pull your knees toward you, activating the arms. Exhale, scoop the belly button towards the spine and round the shoulders forward, dropping the chin to the chest. Continuing this way. As you inhale, long, slow, deep inhale, and exhale, deeply, thickly, densely. Continue this for a few minutes, seconds, couple more sets. Gently activating the spine. Good, and then just do a nice little stir with the rib cage to the right, bringing the breath with you on the inhale. Bring the chest forward, exhale, bring it back. This is the time we spend at the beginning of class nurturing and being kind and to our body, waking it up. Try the other direction. This is almost like a self massage here. Bringing the breath to focus. Good. Taking the hands off the knees, bringing them to the side. Let's just take a nice stretch up and over with the right arm. And we're just going to place that palm on the mat. Maybe bend the elbow, looking under the armpit, drop the scapula down the back, root the hips into the mat. And then rounding the right shoulder forward, let the chin drop down towards the chest. Drop that right arm down to the mat in front of you. Swoop across to the other side, and then drag the left arm across and up and recover. Now try that left arm. Swing that up and over. Pause here. Place the palm on the mat. Maybe bend the elbow. Root the hips. Drop the left scapula. Open up the chest. And then let the shoulder get heavy. Let the shoulder drop forward, bringing chest down to the chin down to the chest. Let the hand fall to the mat. Swoop around, drag the other arm across. And this time, let's pull the elbow back like we're opening up a curtain. Pull that elbow back, look up, and then come right back down around. Swoop forward, across, switch the arms, open up that curtain, look up, and then close the curtain. Drop forward, swing the head, heavy head across. Try that a couple more times, just opening the curtain with the right arm and then closing it. And then swinging across and then opening the curtain with the left and closing it. Good. One more time each side. Releasing the exhale as you drop the torso forward. And when you bring your torso forward for this last time, hang out here, bringing both hands forward, heavy head, and just drop the top of the head down towards the mat. You can even drop onto your elbows or your forearms. Try to root the hips into the ground. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe shake the head no. And yes. And then walk those hands back up towards the knees. Extend the legs. Give them a little rub down. Maybe a little massage. Wake them up. Nice gentle pat. Just kind of stimulate the blood. And then cross the legs back with the other leg in front. And we're going to do the same thing. Taking the right arm up, bending over to the left, looking under the right armpit, dropping the scapula, rooting the hips, bending forward, letting the head be heavy, swoop the arm across to the other side, recover. Try the left arm, side bend, drop the scapula, See if you can really root that opposite hip down into the mat. And then when you're ready with that heavy head, roll the shoulder forward, drop forward and across the body. And let's start opening the curtain, swinging through. Make sure you exhale as you swoop down. Inhale as you open the curtain, exhale as you drop. Use the hand on the mat as a base so that you can really twist against that hand when you open the curtain. See how much of a spinal twist you can get in that upper back. See if you can look behind you. Look behind you, yeah. Last time, and come forward and just bring both hands to the front. One more time, drop the head forward all the way down onto your elbows if you can. Root the hips down into the mat and just hang out here. Breathe deeply, thoughtfully, focus on the breath. Imagine as you inhale that you're taking in healing air, healing and rejuvenating air. At the end of our day, we need some healing. A lot of stuff comes up throughout the day, little micro issues, tensions, aggressions, frustrations, sometimes macro frustrations. Shake out the head, no. Shake out the head, yes, and then walk those hands back up. And go ahead and extend the legs. You're sitting on a blanket, you can remove that. We're just going to do a little side to side stretch. You can take the arm up and then just rainbow that arm up and across. So this is not so much about the torso as it is about those hamstrings. So we're trying to really stretch the back of the leg as we swing back and forth. You can point the feet or flex the feet, whatever feels good. And you can go in between flexing and pointing. Good. All right. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Go ahead and just grab hold of those toes, send the knees to the floor. See if you can sit tall through your spine. You might be forward slightly on a diagonal, but just feel that inner thigh, that groin area stretching here, dropping those knees down towards the mat. And if you want an extra stretch, you can open the feet like a book with the pinky side of the foot connected, the feet connected, and then use your elbows to push into the knees to just kind of give that extra stretch down to the mat. Great. And I'm going to come up on my knees and I'm going to do that with a bending of the mat, just to give myself a little, actually my mat is a little wet. So I'm going to actually put my knees on I washed my mat, but it hasn't dried completely yet. So I'm going to come up onto my knees. You can do this standing and you can also do this seated in a cross-legged position. I just find being on my knees helps me, give me some room. We're going to work our arms a little bit. So let's just take the arms out and just gently do a little bit of rotation. So bring the palms up to the front and bring the palms back to the back wall. Inhale as you lift the palms up. Exhale as you twist them back. So we're really focusing on the rotation in the shoulder joint, trying to keep the shoulders stable. but getting that movement that we often don't get when we're sitting at a computer typing or writing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. And then let's take the palms together, interlace the fingers, and send the palms forward. All we're going to do is inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, bring them down. Really try to trace a wide line away from the body. So reach forward, forward, forward as you bring them down, and forward as you bring them up. Inhale, exhale. Hang out at the top here. Let's take the elbow to the right and take the hands behind the head, and then to the left, and then up. Elbow to the right, right elbow to the right, behind the head, left elbow to the left, and up. Try the other direction. Left elbow to the left, behind the head, right elbow to the right, and up. Last time. And all the way around. Good. Separate those fingers and then interlace them behind you. Taking the pointing finger down towards the ground. Squeezing those shoulders behind you slightly. Make sure your belly is lifted. Open the chest and just look up. So we're really getting the front of the chest stretched out here. And you might feel it on the outside of your shoulders. Good. And release those hands, take the arms up, and we're just going to use our back to bring the elbows down into the rib cage. So I want you to really imagine as you bring those elbows down, that it's your back muscles, those wing muscles that are bringing the elbows down. That's the initiation. They should just float up, but bringing them down, you're gonna feel the resistance. As they go up, light as a feather. As they come down, activate that back. Beautiful. A couple more times. Good. Take the hands in front one more time, interlace the fingers in a way that feels awkward. And just take the arms to the left and then to the right. See if you can keep your chest forward. You're just pulling that right arm across the chest and then the left arm across the chest. The shoulders and the chest stay focused front. Now take the hands to the left, bend the, so not bend the knees, you're already bending. Pull the hands away from the head, and you can let the upper body curve, dropping the knee, chin to the chest. So you should feel a really wonderful stretch behind that right scapula. Good, and recover, and then try the other side. Sending the weight slightly towards the left, bend the upper back over and down as you pull the left arm across the body. And release. Good. Let's come on to all fours. And we're going to do a very simple prayer into up dog. And prayer into up dog. So keep that going. Making sure there's no emergencies going on here. Okay. And try to find a rhythm of inhale and exhale that feels good. Inhale on the up dog. Exhale on the prayer, whatever feels good to you. Getting the whole body involved. Couple more times. Very gently bringing awareness to our body. Come on down into prayer pose, and actually why don't you come all the way down into child's pose, bringing the hands down by your ankles. Let the belly rest on the thighs. And really imagine that lower back, the sacrum spreading out like, it's just melting. Visualize the lower back opening and melting. Coming back onto all fours, we're gonna activate the full body, tuck those toes, coming into down dog. Go ahead and just stretch in down dog for a minute. Treading the feet, doing whatever feels good. Like to call it walking the dog. When you tread the feet, walk the dog. Maybe bend both knees, whatever feels good. And then we're just going to do the same thing we just did. And you can come back onto your knees and just do prayer and up dog again. That's an absolutely wonderful option. This is another option to move through down dog and plank. So just activating on a different level, a little bit off the ground, heating up the body. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Hold plank, breathe, and then just drop those knees. Let's tuck the toes, get off those wrists for a minute, shake out the arms. Shake them out from the top of the head all the way down the side of the body. So we're stretching out those toes behind us. And I like to just kind of give the wrists a little bit of a rhythmic, sort of gentle shake. And then when your toes feel like they're gonna fall off, come on back onto all fours. Give them a little tap, the top of the toes on the mat to kind of get the blood flowing again. Go ahead and send that right leg out and up. So yeah, we're just gonna extend that right leg. If you want, you can take the left arm off the mat. Breathe here. Activating the core. Imagine that your core is like a silver platter holding the spine, and you're presenting the spine up towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, you can come back down and switch sides. Extend the left leg, activate it, lift it off the ground, and then lift the right arm off the mat. Make sure your hand is right underneath your elbow. And your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Find that alignment and recover. Switch, extend the right leg. One more time, and this time, we're gonna take the right arm off the mat. So this is the whole right side of the body. And that takes a little bit of a challenge. You can see I'm wobbling here. The whole side body is activated, the whole left side body and right side body, but in very different ways. The left side is our stabilizer, and our right side is the activator. Come on down and try the other side. Left leg comes up and out. Left arm comes up and out. You may find that one side feels less wobbly than the other. That's probably your dominant side. But we forget that we have two sides to our body, and sometimes it's really important to activate each of them on their own. Go ahead and tuck those toes, bring the hips back. One more time, let's shake the hands from the top of the head, shake off all that stress from the day. Let it go. Shake out your shoulders, stretching out those toes. They really don't get a lot of attention. Roll the shoulders. It helps to kind of distract yourself from the intensity of this toe stretch by doing other things with your body. That's not very yogic of me, but oh well. Come on back down and then tap those toes, the top of the feet on the mat gently. And we're going to extend that right leg one more time, lift it, and then we're going to bring the knee to the elbow. Tap the knee to the elbow, send it back, and drop. Try the other side. Extend the left, and bring the left knee to the left elbow, and extend it back, and come back to all fours. Try that a couple of times. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, recover. Inhale, extend the other leg. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, recover. Continue in your own time. Last set. Good. And tuck those toes one last time, bringing your hips back. Shake those hands out from the bottom to the top, and from the top to the bottom. All right, turn this heater down. And grab some water. And we are going to do our pranayama. I'm going to come on back down to my knees. You can do your pranayama standing or sitting, whatever you prefer. It's 20 breaths. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. In your own time, whenever you're ready, begin. On the last one, take those arms up, interlace the fingers, and walk the shoulders up a ladder. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Feel that expansive space you just created in your rib cage. And then drop the arms and sweep them down gently. Beautiful. All right, let's come back into all fours and then find our way into down dog. Take a few breaths in down dog. Establish your down dog. Go ahead and extend the right leg up. And then bring the right knee to the right elbow, just like we did on our hands and knees. And then send it back and down. Now again, if you want to return to your hands and knees and do the same thing we just did, that is a beautiful, wonderful thing to do. I'm giving you a second level option here from down dog, lifting the leg. Now I'm on my left, bringing the left knee to the left elbow, and then sending it back and coming into down dog. Let's just do one more on each side. Starting out slow, but we do want to activate the power of yoga. Good, and let's just walk the feet forward into forward fold. And then go ahead and just shake the knees out here. Maybe give yourself a soft bend in the knees and place your elbows on your thighs, just to kind of warm up and come into a full forward fold. Shaking the head no and yes. If you want to put a block underneath you, so you get a little bit of resistance there, or you can grab the elbows in the hands and let the upper torso be very heavy. I like to keep a micro bend in the knees in my forward fold. We never really want to lock the knees. And if you want, you can do a figure eight, a small figure eight with your torso, tracing that figure eight gently, just to loosen the lower back. Release the hands from the elbows and then slowly, very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come to standing. Good. Let's go to our tree pose, bringing our right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Finding our peaceful balance. Focusing on a point about 6 feet in front of us on the floor, taking the arms up. When you're ready. It's hard sometimes if you don't have sticky leggings on, the foot wants to fall down the leg, and that's fine, let it fall. You can do tree with your foot on your ankle. There's no reason why it has to be super high. We still get the balancing pose that we need. Try the other side. It's really important as we get older to challenge our balance. As I'm challenging my balance now and getting older. They say that if you can stand on one foot, you live longer. So I'll take that and keep trying my my tree pose. It's a great one. Simple and always challenging. Let's come to the front of our mat. Coming to mountain. And we're just going to do a few very simple standing poses today. No complicated vinyasa or choreography. Just keeping it pretty basic, but also that doesn't mean that we leave the rigor behind the pose behind. So go ahead and just step back with the right foot, plant the heel, square the hips, and lift the arms coming into warrior one. So find your warrior one with your left foot forward. Breathe here. Proud warrior. And let's just straighten that knee as we sweep the arms down, and then bend the knee as we bring them back up. Just a few of these little graceful pumps. Just to find a little mobility. See if you can get a little deeper into that lunge each time you go descend into the pose. Find it one last time, and then step forward to mountain. Take a couple shoulder circles here or a head circle if that feels good. And then when you're ready, step back with the left leg. Drop the left heel, square the pelvis, and come into warrior one on the opposite side. A few pulses here. Lying warrior, bird warrior, whatever you want to envision here. Bringing your breath into the movement. And then on that last one, see if you can really find a deep, nice deep lunge, looking up, and then step forward into mountain. Shoulder circles, little rib cage tilts, little head circle, whatever feels good to reset here. Return to mountain and then step back with the right, plant the heel. This time, open up the pelvis. Right hip should be right in line with the left and come into warrior two. Settle in. Activate those legs, rotate the thighs outward and down. Lift the belly. Energy through the fingertips. And this time we're going to do our flow, lifting the arms and then bringing them back down. Little pulse here on each side. Inhale and exhale. And on that last one, sink in, don't dump in, but sink in and hover. And then swing that arm down and step back to mountain. Maybe a couple nice big sighs with dropping the shoulders down. Last time. Inhale the shoulders to the ears. Good, step back on the left. Open up the pelvis. Left hip right behind the right hip. And then find your warrior two. Right heel shooting towards the middle of the left foot, the arch of the left foot. Breathe into your pose. Activate the pose. Don't just stand there. Don't just stand there. Do something. Do warrior two. Be in warrior two. Fully embody it. Let's breathe. Inhale, reach the arms up, gather up the energy around you. Exhale, come back down. Flutter those arms. Match the inhale with the movement and the exhale with the movement. Last time, settle into that warrior two. Hold. And then push off and come back to mountain. Ooh, shake it out, shake it out. A little booty shake, shoulder shake. Good. Step back with the right. Come into warrior two one more time. So we're gonna lengthen that front leg. Reach forward. Tilt over and find our triangle. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. My back just fell into alignment. Lengthen through, out of the pelvis, all the way through the top of the head. If you need to look down, if that hurts your neck, go ahead and do it. There's no reason why we have to be in pain. Find the pose that's right for you. We're going to go ahead and bend this left leg, and we're going to move into, I have to shift back or I'm going to hit my head. We're going to move into half moon. So just shift the weight forward onto the left hand and the left foot. The right hand and the right leg are up and active. Left hand and left leg are stabilizers. Go ahead and shift the weight back to warrior two and then back to mountain. All right, set yourself up. We're going to do the same thing again, triangle and half moon. Step back with the left leg. Find your warrior two. Lengthen the front leg, reach the torso forward, and then tilt. I have a shoulder issue on my left side, so I'm not going to lift my left arm. I'm going to keep it on my waist here. But if you want, you can extend the left arm up like we did on the opposite side. Try to press the pelvis slightly forward so you are as flat as you possibly can be in triangle. When you're ready, look towards the mat, bend the knee, reach forward, sending some weight onto that right hand, and then lift the left leg off the ground, opening up the chest to look up towards the left, extending that left arm if you can. Woo. Falling. If you fall, you get an A for the day. That's my rule, so I just got an A for the day. Half moon. And then when you're ready, step back, recover into warrior two, and then push back into mountain. Good, we got in warrior one, warrior two, triangle, and half moon. Let's bring the legs a little wider, feet wider than the hips. Taking the hands out to the side. Come forward, bring the torso forward like a flat back. If you want, you can take your hands to your waist. We're just going to do a few little squats here, bending the knees over the toes, but keeping the back nice and flat. So this is a back strengthener. And of course, we're doing these little squats with our legs, so that gives us a little strength in our legs. And then when we're ready, go ahead and tip the torso fully down, top of the head to the mat. Reach the hands through the legs and come into pyramid stretch. Go ahead and bend the knees, bringing the hands in front of you and bring the heels slightly in. Drop the pelvis down between the knees and see if you can place the elbows on the knees or just inside the knees and come into a sumo squat. Breathe here. You want the heels on the floor, so make an adjustment with where your feet are on the mat to see if you can get those heels on the floor. Go ahead and take the hands down to the mat and then come forward into another pyramid stretch. Bringing the feet heel toe right underneath you. So now they're just parallel underneath you. Bend the right knee, take the left hand to the center between your two feet and open up the body to the right, reaching the right hand to the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhale, bring that hand down and straighten that knee. Inhale, bend the left knee and look up over your left hand. Exhale, straighten that knee, switch hands. So we're just doing a little flow with a spinal twist, bending the knees as we go. Switch, twist, release, switch, twist. Good. Come on down all the way. Let's take some weight into the hands in front of us. And I'll turn this way so you can see. My chest is laying on my thighs, and I've got weight in my hands. Drop the top of the head down towards the floor. And then when you're ready, bring that booty down to the mat. And come on down onto your back. That should feel good. Let's just let the knees windshield wipe to the right and left here. Just release the lower back. And hugging the knees to the chest, kind of what we just did when our hands were on the mat. So similar stretch, this time we just have the back straight instead of bent. Yes, all right, bringing those feet flat on the mat. We're gonna take the hands to the head. Inhale here. On the exhale, I'm gonna bring the left elbow to the right knee, and then inhale as I recover, and then right knee to left elbow. Inhale as I recover. So we'll continue that in your own time. Exhale into the contraction, and inhale as you recover back down to the mat. Keep going, slow and steady. Now this is a pretty light core exercise, so we can do a few more than usual. Keep going. Slow and methodical, slow and rhythmic. Find the dance in this right, left, cross, lateral movement that you're doing. One more set. Excellent, good, release the hands down and maybe do a few windshield wipers again. Just release the lower back. Nice sigh. And coming back to neutral. Take my rubber band out. Hands by your side. Inhale. On the exhale, scoop the belly button down towards your spine and scoop the pelvis. And then press tight glutes, press the pelvis all the way up into bridge. Hang out here for a second. See if you can get the hips a little bit higher. Breathe. Now you can stay here and breathe and focus. This is very challenging. If you want to add an element, you can inhale the right knee up and then exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left knee, exhale, down. So kind of slow marches. And then in between, reestablish that high bridge. So don't let the pelvis drop as you do your marches. Keep the pelvis lifted, tight glutes. And then if you want, just hang out for a bit. Breathe, recenter, and then try your marches again. Let's see if we can get the hips a little higher, little higher, little higher. Tight glutes, tighter, 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 higher, higher. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, reverse back down to the mat. Last thing to touch the floor is that lower spine. And go ahead and just kind of do a little like clock with your pelvis, massaging the pelvis as if you're tracing the minutes of a clock, and then try the other way. So you're massaging your pelvis in a circular motion. Good. And let's go ahead and cross the left leg over the right. Bring the knees up off, bring the feet off the floor. Extend the arms shoulder height, and then let the knees fall to the right. Look over your left shoulder. So you want to keep the left shoulder on the floor and see how close you can get the knees to the floor. And recover, uncross, shake out those legs. Cross, recross with the other leg on top. Let the knees fall across the body and look over the opposite shoulder. And recover back to neutral, uncross. Reach forward and then grab the outside of the foot if you can. If you can't, grab the ankles, grab your bottom of your sweats, maybe grab your big toe with your finger, whatever you grab, whatever you can, and let's just rock and roll in happy baby. Try to relax your neck, your jaw, your face. And then release those legs. Inhale, stretch the feet away from the fingertips. Create a really long line with your body on the floor. Inhale and hold the breath. Tense up every part of your body that you can think of. Your face, your shoulders, your rib cage, your thighs, your ankles, your toes. Tense it and hold it and hold it and hold it and hold it until you can't hold it anymore. Stick out your tongue. Say, ah. And then find yourself in deep relaxation. We're going to go into Shavasana. I'm going to dim the lights here and put on a calming song. you're welcome to stay in Shavasana, or if you want to, you can come to a seated position, bringing your hands to your heart, and we will seal our class today with excitement and gratitude for this new winter session, where we can do so much in 5 sessions. And it will be enough if we just show up and bring ourselves to our mats, because our mats are a place of wonder and discovery, humility, and empowerment. So you came today, you did the work, and the spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste. And if you're watching on YouTube, good for you. And you're always welcome to come to the live sessions Wednesday at 4:30. We'd love to have you. Your presence always inspires me to do new things and play a little bit more. So please join us Wednesday, 4:30 on Zoom. Otherwise, keep using the wellness channel. Thanks so much for coming, everyone.